Hey, hello, good morning, guys, and this is Kanigat Gautam. And perseverance and ingenuity. That is the topic I'm going to talk about today. So, Perseverance is a rover that we sent in the Mars 2020 mission, and Ingenuity is the Mars helicopter it's going to carry with it. So, this is Perseverance. It looks a bit better than Curiosity. It even has HD 4K color images. And this is Ingenuity, the Mars helicopter. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the 7 minutes of terror. I'm going to show you the 7 minutes of terror in a simulation. So, here, this is a simulation from NASA. So, the this is the thing where Perseverance is in it, and this is like some rocket ship part, and it just took it off. Next, that just going. And next, then you see here, this is where Perseverance has to land. So let's just go a bit more faster. And next, then we're going a bit more faster. And now we're in the cruise balance masses ejected state. So 5 minutes before entering the Martian atmosphere, the space car drops to 70 kg, 154-pound balance masses in the order to create a desired lift to drag ratio. So it takes out some like bolts and some screws to get the mass a bit lower, which can help it go faster and more elegantly. And this will end in 0. Now this is the entry interface point. The spacecraft enters the Martian atmosphere. So here we are. Next time the heat shield is starting to heat up. And next time the heat shield starts to heat up, this is the guidance start stage. And next then this is the landing site, Jezero crater. And next then guidance start. And next then heading alignment. Now it takes an algorithm and tries to correct the position where it's gonna land. So here we are. That's the landing site. And it is going to be SFUR, straighten up and fly right. It ejected 6 more balance masses and it deployed the parachute. It's almost there. And next then heat shield. It throws the heat shield off, and next then a camera in Perseverance like scans the place for a good place to land. And next then if you just go down here, this is Perseverance, and next then that is the thing. And next then TRN valid solution, and next then it just scans it, and next then the back shell turns it off, and next then there's this jetpack which takes it, and next then it lowers the rover down by some ropes, and next then it flies away, and next then it's done. Yeah, so this is it. This is Perseverance just alone on Mars. It's gonna like kickstart in some time. And next then, yeah, this is the 7 minutes of terror. This all happens in just 7 minutes. Avoiding the part of the D-spin, which took an hour, and the entering of the Martian atmosphere. So, other than those two stages, it just took 7 minutes for Perseverance to land on Mars. And next, then, I'm just gonna show you some live images. All of this is from NASA's website. So, don't forget to check out this website, nasa.gov. And next, then, this is a
The
video.
spacecraft will jettison the entry balance masses in preparation for parachute deploy and to roll over to give the radar a better look at the ground.
So, see, this is like live footage.
It indicates chute deploy.
It deployed the
The
parachute.
navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed, and we are seeing significant deceleration in the velocity. Our current velocity is 440 meters per second at an altitude of about 12
and you can even
kilometers
see the
from the surface
stages
of Mars.
over here. Heat shield
Heat
separation.
shield set.
Perseverance is now slowed to subsonic speeds, and the heat shield has been separated. This allows both the radar and the cameras to get their first look at the surface. Current velocity is 145 meters per second at an altitude of about 9.5 kilometers above the surface.
So this is like live footage from Perseverance. Not live, but then it was live. And next thing, this is from an official NASA. The next
Net filter converge. Velocity solution 3.3 meters per second. Altitude 7.4 kilometers.
Now has radar lock on the ground. Current velocity is about 100 meters per second. 6.6.
As I said, no, it locked a place to land, and next thing it's like adjusting its movement to land there.
Of the surface. Perseverance is continuing to descend on the parachute. We are coming up on the initialization of terrain relative navigation and subsequently the priming of the landing engines. Our current velocity is about 90 meters per second at an altitude of 4.2 kilometers.
OVS valid.
We have confirmation that the lander vision system has produced a valid solution and part of terrain relative navigation.
Priming. TBA is nominal.
We have priming of the landing engines.
This is where it's gonna land.
Back shell set.
Current velocity is 83 meters per second at about 2.6
They took off the parachute and the back shell, and now, as I showed, they're gonna use the jetpack.
From the surface of Mars. We have confirmation that the back shell has separated. We are currently performing the divert maneuver. Current velocity is about 75 meters per second at an altitude of about a kilometer off the surface of Mars.
TRN Safety Bravo.
We have completed our terrain relative navigation. Current speed is about 30 meters per second, altitude of about 300 meters off the surface of Mars.
See, it's almost there.
We have started our constant velocity.
And next thing you see like that, you see that like wind effect because it's like the like force from the jetpack.
Conducting the sky crane.
This is like
about to conduct the sky crane maneuver.
The real footage. So once it like took off,
sky crane maneuver has started.
Like it's like pulling down. This is the footage from the jetpack.
20 meters
this is the footage from Perseverance. It's almost there. The next then, we're
getting signals from
touched.
MRO. Tango Delta.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars.
Yay.
Ready to begin seeking the signs of past life.
That's what. They made it. And I just want to show you some more footage. So, this is some voice. This is from Mars, includes the rover self-noise. You can see that like whirring of the machine. So that's a G. And yeah, so this is they filtered out the rover noise. If you listen very, very closely, you can hear like the sound of the wind and everything. Or normally it just sounds like nothing. And next in the descent video, some text. And next in NASA's Mars helicopter, Ingenuity. I told you that I'd talk about that, so let's just go into this one. See, so this is Ingenuity. It came in touch. And next then, now let's go back to the presentation. So let's go back to the presentation over here. And let's get back our pointer. And next then, here is Perseverance. It's just like a Lego module. This is like the round view. You see this like back place? This is where its battery will be. And next then, this is its arm, the top part right over there. It uses its arm to like check. It uses its arm to like check and take samples. And next then I need a still image, so let's just go back to the starting. So yeah, and next then you see these cameras right over here. These are the cameras to analyze the surface to check for a good rovering spot. And next then this is its hands which takes samples, and next then this fits over here. And next then it goes into the rover. And next then the rover processes it, and next then it just leaves it on Mars for future missions to collect. and next then they will bring it back. So an overview of the future mission is that so they'll send like a small rover on Mars, and it'll collect all the things, all the all the samples, and it'll load it onto a small rocket. That rocket will shoot to a nearby satellite surrounding Mars. That satellite will take in the samples, put it in another compartment, and shoot it back to Earth with full speed. And that is like kind of like the overview. And as I showed, this is Perseverance's round model in Lego. This is Perseverance now, and this is Curiosity. So, you see it's like a bit more polished, and you might not see anything changed on the outside, but there is like 99.9% change on the inside. Nothing in the formation, just 6 wheels, a rover, the head. But one main difference, as I told you, Perseverance will just take a chalk size rock, and next then it'll just package it and leave it on Mars for future missions to collect. But Curiosity, it took a sample of rock, made it into dust using lasers, and then it examined it by itself. And next then, this is like the launch off. It launched off a year ago. It took a year for it to get from Earth to Mars. And here you go. It's live footage from NASA right over here. And boom, and next then it just went up. Next then, as I told you, this is the process. It's the cruise stage, and there's the atmosphere, the heating, deceleration, guided entry, parachute deploy, takes off the heat shield. This is Jezero Crater where it should land. It just lands as a bit over here next, and it takes like about some weeks to like drive because Mars is super big. Next then it takes the heat shield. It locks the place where it wants to go. Next it navigates it. Next then it just takes off the back shell, uses the jet, lowers it, and next it just flies away. Next then the star of the show, Ingenuity. So Ingenuity is locked on the bottom compartment of Perseverance, and as you see over here, scientists are testing like the movement, and it's let's just go back to the first image. Yeah, so if you see, it has 2 wings, and it's in a solar panel for recharge. And you might be thinking, are humans operating it? No, because it has a 20-minute delay from here to Ingenuity. So if you tell it to fly, you click a button. After 20 minutes, it will just start flying. So there's a 20-minute delay because Mars is far away. And it can only fly for a minute and 30 seconds. And why you say that? Because it should survive temperatures about to minus 100 degrees Celsius. And it takes 2/3 of its energy just to heat it. And then there's also this insulated box. This is where all the magic happens. And next then, you might be asking, why are there 2 propellers on top of each other instead of like a drone? Why? Because the top one will give it like a concentrated airflow to the second one, and next in the second one will boost that airflow more and give it more force, gives it more flying height. And next then let's just go back. The Curiosity, the launch, the process, Ingenuity. Yes. And see, this is like a simulation of Ingenuity flying on Mars. It'll just go left. And next then here's another one. This is like the down view from Perseverance. It just sees this. And next then this is about the weight of a MacBook Pro, and its wings are the weight of a 6/4, which is very light. And it took a long time because it had to survive the launch, which it shakes a lot. The rocket just shakes And if I take you back to that slide, yeah, right over here. You see like how much explosion and how much force it takes. The helicopter has to survive all of that, and it has to rotate its wings very, very fast. Since the atmosphere on Mars is just 1% of what atmosphere we have on Earth, it has to swing it like 2,000 to 3,000 rotations per minute so that it can fly at a moderate height. And next, then, this is just a close view. There's this like silver wrapping which just insulates it. And next, then, this is like a test. It just, as I told of the 20-minute delay, somebody tried to joystick it, and next then it's just flying around. And next then, you might be thinking, how could they test a thing that's supposed to fly on Mars on Earth? This is how they're going to do that. They are going to keep it in a big simulation room which simulates the atmosphere and everything else on Mars, but the only thing is the gravity. So, what do you think they'd use for a gravity? As you see here, it's a rope. And guess what that rope is? It's a fishing line. And you might be thinking, what? Just a fishing line? Yes, it actually works very well. And this is just the simulation of it. Thank you so much to the people at NASA and JPL who worked at all on the rover and sending it everywhere. And just for your information, JPL means Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And yeah, so this is it for Perseverance and Ingenuity. And don't forget to check out my channel, like, hit the bell icon, share, and subscribe. And this is Counting with Gautam, and I will see you next time. Have a good day, people. Bye bye.